Hi guys, and happy Mother's Day! So I wanted to show you my Mother's Day present slash my Mother's Day haul. On Saturday morning, our local library was having a like a book sale, and they were selling books for 25 cents, the softback. So of course, that's pretty much all I got. They did have hardback covers, but they were 75 cents, ooh, not much, but I just figured to stay frugal. And I got all of these books that I'm going to show you for $5. Yes. And if any of you guys have read these books, let me know so I can have an idea of which one to read first. So let's get to the good stuff. Okay, so this is a Martin Beck mystery. I don't know, just seemed interesting. Obviously, this is a resource book. I was thinking this would be good for our family home evenings. It's got like ideas of things to do, and family home evening is where you spend time as a family every week. This everyday cheapskate, blah, blah, blah. Fitting. Another one, don't sweat the small stuff. It's for teens, but I figured the advice is still valid, even though I'm not a teen. I bet most of you haven't read this. The Junior Officers Reading Club, Killing Time and Fighting Wars. It's something like a history book for young adults. It's a weird name. A friend that I went with recommended this book, and she said it is fabulous. 5 Love Languages, a classic. A novel, Patriot Hearts. It's about women in the early founding fathers of the United States. Another mystery, a police mystery. Ooh, fancy. I got this one because it had guns in the title and it was in the history section, so I figured it might be interesting. And it's a Pulitzer Prize winning classic. So, The Guns of August. I've heard about this book too, The Girl Who Played with Fire. I don't know much about it. If I heard of the book, I'd pick it up. This seems somewhat interesting. This one, I'm actually excited about. Patriots, about Australia's independence. And if you haven't studied about Australia's independence process, it's very fascinating. YouTube a video. Then Memoirs of Geisha. I've heard of this one. I know they made a movie, although now that I think of it, I'm pretty sure geishas are prostitutes. So I don't know if I'll like fancy prostitutes. So I don't know how much I'll like that. A Viking story. The story of Rolf and the Viking Bull. And here's some about railroad. I think it's LDS literature, Mormon literature. Yeah, Mormons. China, the Last Emperor. I figured that'd be fascinating since I teach kids in China. It's, my interest in the culture has increased. And then a World War II book, The War Walk. Then here's some more Mormon books. One of the benefits of living in Utah and being a Mormon. And then here's some more Stumbling Blocks. And then the last one, The Signs, Wonders, and Miracles. Yeah, so that is my Mother's Day haul, and I'm actually super duper excited about that. Bradley is enjoying the fruits of my, he's really going for that piece of this, of my Mother's Day creation, which is the oh so glorious cookie dough. This is part of my Mother's Day gifts. Unfortunately, my mom does not live here, so she will not get the fruits of this labor. She will probably get this video. All right. Talk to you guys later. Happy Mother's Day, y'all. I had a good morning. Addison woke me up with breakfast in bed, and he took care of Bradley and got him ready for church so I could sleep in and have an easy Sunday morning. Usually my Sunday mornings are a little hectic because Addison's getting home from work, and usually he's really tired because he works graves, so he leaves at 6 p.m. Saturday night and comes home at 7:30 in the morning on Sunday. And usually he plays a little bit on Saturdays too, so he's had less sleep. But today was an easier day. For Mother's Day, I wanted to just reflect. So I'm sure you're so excited to listen. Some things I was thinking about is how grateful I am for my mother who made me, but also for my husband who made me a mother, and how he has chosen to work extra hours and work hard for our family so that I can dedicate my time to being a mother, and I can raise our son and be for him. That's a really big blessing that I did not anticipate having in my life. I thought I was gonna be working, and I'm actually really grateful for this time that I have to focus on Bradley and his progression. And that's because my husband's a rock star. And also, when I was thinking about my mom, I was thinking just like, what's my favorite memory with my mom? And like, I can't just pick a favorite, but I can pick favorite memories. And so I wanted to share them with you. One of them has to do with the fireplace. I'm looking because you're right next to my fireplace. And it was when I was like, gosh, I don't know, 13, 14. We didn't have cell phones yet, and some people did, but most people didn't. And I would talk on the phone all the time, just talk, and I had like literally 24 hours a day. My mom and stepdad even installed a phone in my bedroom that was a separate landline, so that when it rang, it wouldn't wake everyone up when I was on the phone in the middle of the night. So yeah, they were really gracious to my social life. But one time I was on the phone, and then someone called on the other line, so I clicked over, and it was for my mom. And I gave my mom the phone, and my mom was stoking the fire. I think she was adding some more wood or something. So she talked on the phone, and then she was done with the phone call. And then the phone rang again, and I looked on the caller ID or something on the phone, and it was the person I was talking to. I don't know, maybe my boyfriend at the time or a friend. And I'm like, Mom, where's the phone? And she's like, I don't know, you had it last. And I said, no, you had it last. And then we're following the ring. It's so funny. And we hear it coming from the fireplace. We open the fireplace, and we see this flutter of a light in the middle of the fire. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. Yeah, and we're like, oh my gosh, and Mom threw the phone in the fire with the wood, and we like got it out, maneuvered it out, and then it was hot, but we could touch it, and I turned it on, and it still worked. Oh man, that was so funny. So that's one of my favorite memories, just cracks me up. Another one is my mom took me to my first music concerts. So she took me to Alicia Keys, which was interesting because the intro was like a rap guy, and we weren't like, I mean, we're from Newport, Oregon, and there's like maybe 3 black guys in our entire town. So it was kind of a bit of a little culture shock at that one, but it was fun. And then she also took me to the Lone Star, the country singers, I'm already there. Yeah, so those are really cool memories that I have with my mom. On our way back from the Alicia Keys concert, we stopped and got a Subway sandwich I'm also laughing. We got Subway sandwiches, and I got the like chopped up teriyaki chicken. I don't even know if they have it anymore, but it was my sandwich, and I'm so excited. It's on my lap, and right when I'm going to pick it up, Mom has to slam on the brakes. I don't know what happened, and my whole sandwich goes into like the floor, falls apart all over. It was so bad, and I was like, no, and Mom was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. But yeah, that was my poor sandwich. I think we might have went back and got me another one, or I don't know what we did after that, but I remember that memory. Some other cool memories are my mom picked me up from my mission in Brazil, and we traveled around and got to visit sites together, and that's when I realized that my mom and I have very similar traveling techniques and the ways we like to travel. We're like the hit as many things as you can in one spot type people, so that's what we did. And because of that, I knew it'd be fun to take my mom on another vacation, or go on another vacation with my mom, because we're like-minded. And so we did, just this last year in October, we took 10-month-old baby Bradley, my husband, myself, and then my mom and stepdad. We all did a trip to the East Coast, and that was so fun. Like, the Brazil one was a little bit more difficult because I was on my mission, so I couldn't plan it. But when we went to the East Coast, I could plan it, and Mom and I were calling and like figuring out things, how to be frugal but still get the experience. And Bradley was just a gem the entire time. And I mean, maybe one night on the train he was tantruming, but that was about it. And he wasn't quite walking yet, so that was perfect. And we just got to experience New York, got to experience Philadelphia, and I just really enjoyed sharing those moments and memories and experiences with my mom and you know, my husband and my father-in-law, or my stepdad, not father-in-law, but especially my mom. Like, that's a memory I cherish, and I hope to do more vacations with my mom. My mom gave me a base faith in the Lord Jesus Christ, and I'm really grateful for that as well. I was able to expound upon that, and my mom has expounded upon her faith too and become stronger in her dedication to the Lord. And so that's been cool to watch her grow, watch my life change and her life change. So those are some experiences I've had my favorite memories. Blah, 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 blah. Those are some of my favorite memories with my mom. I also wanted to share my thoughts on motherhood since I've been a mother, and some of my, I guess, revelations. I've learned that motherhood is basically a lot of details that you do to keep your child's life alive and running smoothly, that your child has no clue. Like, I would say 80% of his day he doesn't realize that I am helping facilitate things. So I mean, he'll be walking and he's gonna trip, so I move a book out of the way, or I move a rock, or you carry him somewhere, or he's hungry and he gets food, or he's thirsty and here's magic, here's some water or something to drink. And it made me, one, be grateful for my mother and all of the work she did for me, that I'm sure there's too many moments to count that went without any gratitude. And two, be a little bit more aware of my Father in heaven and all of the blessings that he gives me that I have no clue. All of the tiny little moments, the tiny little details in my life that he has just, you know, made work out perfectly, and I'm totally unaware. And it gives me, like I said, a greater perspective and greater gratitude. Those are my Mother's Day impressions. I hope you all have a happy Mother's Day, and I will see you soon. Bye.